Hey, so I just wanted to come and share a reminder that I needed to remind myself. Um, last couple of days, my mood has been kind of going up and down and having some sad moments or some tired moments. And I wanted just to share with you how I work with those moments, with those emotions that come. And the first thing that I tell myself, or once I acknowledge, like, oh yeah, I'm in a bit of a funk, right? The first thing is to acknowledge that you're in a bit of a funk, right? Whether if you're feeling a little low energy or tired or irritable. And when someone asks you, like, what's up or what's wrong, not be like, nothing's wrong, leave me alone, I'm fine. Like, that doesn't help shift shift the energy, shift the feelings, right? And we have to acknowledge to ourselves and even sometimes to others of like, you know what, I don't even know what's wrong, but I know I'm in like some kind of funk, right? And so the first thing that I do is to acknowledge it to myself. And if I'm around other people, just say, I'm just having a moment, right? And and to be honest about that, right? And the next thing that I do is I remind myself that feelings come and go, right? We've all lived life. There's been feelings and times where we feel like great and energized, some where we feel tired or sad, feelings of excitement or peace, feelings of frustration, and they don't last forever, right? They kind of come in waves, that's just a part of life. And so if I'm feeling sad or down or tired, I can remind myself of, oh yeah, this is how I'm feeling now, but it's not going to be forever. It doesn't mean that it's going to be like this tomorrow or the day after or the day after, or even in a few hours. That feelings come and feelings go, and they don't define who I am. It's just a part of an experience, and they're information, right? They're information. And so I remind myself of that, and then I take some time to inquire, like, what is actually going on? And to do that, I actually need to pause. And so for myself, sometimes I pause and I just do a free write. I journal and I just write anything that comes to mind, and without any filter. I try not to filter myself. And as I write, I can realize, oh, this topic is in my mind, or you know what, that thing that person said hurt me or it irritated me more than I'd like to admit, but it's there, it's on my mind, right? And so I write it all out, and just the writing of that, the acknowledgement of that helps kind of release a little bit of energy. And then I get to choose, okay, what can I do that's helpful? What can I do that's helpful, right? Maybe that's sharing some information with somebody, or being brave and having a talk and saying, hey, that hurt my feelings, or a request, can you help me do this, right? Those things are super helpful. And maybe you might notice, you know what, I'm feeling a little moody, maybe because I'm tired, I need some sleep, or maybe I'm on my period, I'm going through my cycle changes, and can acknowledge that and say, what are the things that helped me? What worked in the past? Maybe getting up, getting some exercise, changing environments, thinking about what you're eating. Like, there's so many things that you can think about. Okay, what are some helpful solutions that I have that are accessible to me? So those are the things that I go through. And sometimes I just need some love and an encouragement. So that could be going to a loved one. I went to my husband today and I just gave him a hug because I needed a hug. And then he said, what's wrong? What do you need? I said, I don't feel like doing anything. I said, pray for me. And he did. And he said some words, and I could feel myself starting to tear up. And I was like, yeah, that's true. He was talking about resting. I said, yeah, that's true. I need to rest. I need to trust a little bit. I need to trust God a bit even more than I am right now, right? And just the acknowledgement of that, of the surrender to that, shifted some energy for me. And all of a sudden I had some energy, some motivation to do my work, right? And so reaching out to somebody, it doesn't have to be your husband, it can be your friend. There's often times that I text my best friend and say, tell me three good things about myself or whatever, right? And you know what? Sometimes that's outside motivation, and that's helpful, right? We have good people in our lives to support us, and that's really important to have some support outside of ourselves too. But we also have your internal support. So if there isn't somebody that can get back to you right away, you write those things for yourself. What do you need? What reminders do you need, right? And you can ask God, pray and say, help me write the things, help me speak and put on the remembrance of the things that you want me to focus on today, Lord. And if you slow down enough, they'll come to you. And if you choose to follow them, then you can see that there will be a switch in your day. And just like I said at the beginning, emotions come and they go. They're information. They're not bad, they're not good, they're just information. So if you're feeling a little bit, irritated, groggy, moody, and you notice that, I really invite you to take that time to, one, acknowledge what's happening. Say, you know what, I'm in a bit of a funk right now, right? Ask for support if you need it, right? If you have somebody around saying, you know what, can you take time to pray for me today? You can do that second step or the last step. Then take time to write, right? If you're not sure what's going on, take the time to write it out, to figure out, let your give some space for your mind and for your body to just flow and see what's happening beyond the conscious, maybe getting into the subconscious, just by saying, I'm going to give some time for this, right? So write it out and then read what you write, and then take time to say, what's helpful? What can I do? What am I noticing from this information? Do I need to eat more? Do I need to sleep? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to apologize? Do I need to ask for a request? Whatever that need is, maybe, reach out to somebody for some support, right? That prayer that I was just talking about, and figure out what could be supportive, what is possible to support me. And remind yourself that it doesn't stop here, right? This is not the end all. Emotions come and go, and that this too shall pass. That there is, after mourning, there is dancing, right? Things shift. So I hope that's helpful. That was some reminders that I had to walk myself through today. And you know what? We're humans, right? These things are a part of life. So we work with it, and we can have comfort knowing that no matter what, God will walk us through everything, right? He might not take all the challenges away, but if you pause and you reach out to Holy Spirit, our helper, our comforter, our guide, he's there and he'll support you. So that's my encouragement to you today. And one thought that just came to mind is music. So putting on some music that can shift and help shift the atmosphere. Music is really powerful in that way. And so putting on a song that brings a little bit of comfort and a little bit of joy. And so maybe do that today, just now, just for fun, no matter what your mood is, right? What is a song that you can play today that will bring you comfort, encouragement, and energy? Maybe I'll post mine below, or yeah, we'll see what mine is. All right, bye for now.